The briefest of warnings that they don't endorse or condone any behaviour in this game. So this is a new experimental video I'm trying. This is a Let's Look, and this is Life is Strange. Now I'm only going to be looking at Chapter 1, Chrysalis. Chapter 1 is completely free to download for the PlayStation Store, so you can try it for yourself for nothing if you really want. If you want Chapters 2, 3, 4 and 5, you have to buy the Season Pass. That's 14 quid, in case you're interested. Interestingly, the how to play section is de-highlighted, so I couldn't see what the controls were. I always like to do that when firing up a game. Never mind. On with things. So your choices affect which way the story goes during this game. Choose wisely. Opens with a storm. An unexplained storm.
Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there. I hope. Please let me make it there.
Getting slight overtones of Bioshock. I always like to have a quick look around the area where you start. And this is the point where I suddenly discovered that the controls needed to be inverted for me. I always like the controls inverted. There we go. By the way, I'm not playing this as I'm doing this narration, I'm just doing the voiceover afterwards. So I'm just watching it with the rest of you. Just checking to see if there's anything hidden around there. It's not that kind of game. Not really. Now the graphics are not spectacular in this game, but the storm is still quite impressive.
Max, you can make it.
Main character's called Max. Big swirly storm. It's actually quite impressive given that, as I say, the graphics aren't brilliant.
Holy shit.
Ouch.
Whoa.
And up.
That was so
Fake out.
They called film Little Pieces of Time. There you go, Victoria.
So the conversation in the room is continuing, even though I can look round and still examine the things on the table.
She said I could frame.
I
any
haven't
one of
kept
you
up
in
with
dark
my
room
journal as much as I
to
should.
capture you in a moment of desperation.
If anybody else looked at this, what would they think?
They'd probably be extremely confused, because there's a lot of information in here. I mean, as you can see here at the bottom of the screen, there's 8 pages of this, and I didn't even bother to read all of it, and usually I'm a sucker for this kind of backstory stuff, but reading it all, it just... I prefer the story to actually tell me what's going on rather than making me read lots of backstory stuff. So again, all the characters here, characters' backstories and whatnot, they're all described here, but again, you have to read it, which is kind of annoying. There's no shortage of information, it's just irritating that you have to read it all. It's nicely laid out though. There we go, episode 1, Chrysalis. Now these are all the photographs that you can take in each episode. I think I missed most of them on my first playthrough though. Locations that you can visit. And text messages. Subtle way of telling you that you're 18 years old.
I do love my analog camera.
What if our
I should take a
shows
quick
captured
picture
you
now.
at the height of
Yeah, good idea in class. That's a brilliant idea. Conversation still continuing. I do like
I
that.
believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift. Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
So now I have an option between two things.
I did know, but I kind of forgot.
You either know this or not, Max. Is there anybody here who knows their stuff?
Louis Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
What a bitch.
Very good, Victoria.
And he just said it was good. Thanks.
Fine detail in people's faces. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
So it's your average teenage angsty drama type game.
Even though I didn't want to be in the picture at all, it was fairly fucking cool to watch him at work framing us.
So I just go nuts looking at absolutely everything in this room right about now, so it might be a bit boring.
Fiber tripods here. The ball head even has a pan lock. God, I'm such a photo nerd.
Yeah, she knows more than I do.
This might make a cool shot.
And this is one of the photo opportunities. All those photos that you can take in each episode I mentioned earlier, this is one of them. I found about 3 of them in this playthrough. I found almost none of them. And there you go, it's gone into the journal.
Every time I look at Victoria, I feel like she's talking smack about me.
That's because she probably is.
This is ridiculous. I always get so shy and nervous around Mr. Jefferson. Excuse me, Mr. Jefferson, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. Excuse you.
No, Victoria. Excuse us. I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
And another choice?
Do I have to? I just don't think it's that big a deal.
Max, you're a better photographer than a liar. Now, I know it's a drag to hear some old dude lecture you, but life won't wait for you to play catch-up. You're young, the world is yours, blah, 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 right?
Here's the poster for the contest. Mr. Jefferson really expects me to enter. Why? I don't know if I'm ready for my 15 minutes of infamy.
So apparently Max is an awesome photographer.
You didn't tell me how cute I looked yet.
I was about to.
I'm not paying 100.
You always
Welcome to the real world.
That's cute.
hot.
Then I might send you a special picture.
I feel like you have to because Max wants everybody to see how hip she is. She plays it so shy.
I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total loser.
Yeah, so this game is by Square Enix as well, of course. Mostly they make good games. Somewhere between decent and good usually. Sometimes they come out with a crap one, but most of the time Square Enix is a reasonable bet. So, at this point I ignored quite a lot of stuff in this corridor. I could have gone around looking at everything.
These missing persons posters are popping up everywhere.
Ah, yes. Rachel Amber, missing person. There are a lot more posters all over the place. I could have looked and talked to, I think, a lot of things in this corridor, but I didn't bother because I was trying to get to the bathroom. And it wasn't difficult to find either, because things are marked at a distance if they're very important. So there it is, bathroom, you can see the text just there. I wasn't anywhere near it, and you can see it from ages away, so you don't get lost, even though you've never been in this corridor before. So that's quite impressive.
Empty, good. Nobody can see my meltdown, except for me.
That's a nice way of putting music over the intro sequence though, having her put her headphones in her ears. I like that idea.
Now, who would bother to write that crap?
Someone who doesn't like the missing girl, clearly.
Just relax. Stop torturing yourself. You have a gift.
I don't see what's so wrong about that photograph. I mean, it kind of depends on the competition, I suppose, but she's a perfectionist. I think that's the problem.
When a door closes, a window opens. Or something like that. Okay, girl, you don't get a photo op like this every day.
No, it's very rare that nature stands still for you. I speak from experience. But it looks like it's going to.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor little rich kid. I know you've been pumping drugs and shit to kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this, bitch! You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with!
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do! I'm so sick of people trying to control me!
Get that gun away from me, psycho! No!
And things get a bit weird now. And it's at this point that our protagonist, Max,
What the fuck?
suddenly discovers she can bend time.
I was in the bathroom. He shot that poor girl.
So now we see something quite nifty where time is playing over again.
From light to shadow. From color.
Now Kate is being hassled again. And if Victoria's phone rings, this is real.
Now,
Shit!
can you give me
Oh dear.
I cannot believe this.
Diane.
Can I actually reverse time?
Yes, yes you can.
Why Arvis?
Prince of Persia style.
Because of her images
Hold
of-
L2 to rewind. And hopefully...
I did it.
Can you give me
I
an
actually
example
did
of a
it.
photographer who perfectly captured
I'm a
the human
human
condition
time
in black and
machine.
white?
For some reason.
Anybody? Bueller?
Max, don't freak out. Not yet.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arvis?
Because of her
Keep it
images of
together,
homeless
Max.
faces. You feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad.
I like how this game does this bit. You play this bit more than once, and you start personally learning how the situation is going to go.
Seriously though, I could frame
And that means you can bend it to your advantage.
Moment of desperation. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie.
What if that girl isn't dead yet?
Couldn't resist. The point
Can I
remains
save
that the
her?
portraiture
Yes,
has
actually.
always been a vital aspect of art and photography for
I
as
need to go to the
long
bathroom
as it's
quickly
been
and
around.
check it out.
Now, Max.
Right idea, but
since you've
wrong
captured
method.
Our interest and clearly want to join the conversation. Can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
So first of all, your only option is to try to get out of the room because
I'm sorry, but I...
Max doesn't know what she's doing yet.
Nice try, Max. But you're not going to get away that easy. We can talk more after class. Is there any...
Right, so... yeah.
wants to keep me after
Louis Daguerre was
class.
a French painter
And I
who
need time to
created
save that girl.
daguerreotypes.
So we
Process
just
to give
messed
portraits
up,
a sharp
basically.
reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria.
What if I rewind
Daguerrean
again
process
and give him the right
brought out
answer?
fine detail in people's
So
faces,
now we know what
making
the
them
proper
extremely
answer
popular
is.
from the 18th
So we can rewind, play the conversation again, and tell him exactly what he wants to hear.
Well, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
And the underlined word is the answer.
The Daguerrean process, invented by a French painter named Louis Daguerre around 1830.
Somebody has been reading as well as posing. Nice work, Max.
And the outcome suddenly changes. and you get a very different reaction out of the other end.
You can learn more when you actually finish reading the assigned chapters. Max is so far way ahead of everyone. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure.
I still have no idea what feted by the art world means.
Get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Max, you are not crazy. You are not dreaming. It's time to be an everyday hero.
So there's no need to look around the entire room this time. I already did that, so let's just go straight out.
I hope I have enough time to get to the bathroom. Please, please. I can't tell anybody. They'll think I'm crazy.
So this time we know exactly where we're going and what's going to happen.
I hate that science.
Again, using time powers to inform your future actions.
I washed my face. I shredded my photo.
I don't think you have to go through the exact motions yourself to trigger things, since those events are independent of anything that you're doing. But never mind.
Out of this bitch!
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing?
Press the fire bell, it's the most obvious option.
I need a hammer to break it open.
Good. I've no idea why there's no hammer attached to it.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
Holy shit, I can't let this happen.
Right, so it's too late.
If I can reverse time again, I can help her.
But now, we can rewind, and for some reason objects you're carrying aren't affected by the time dilation, whatever it is.
Punk ass, would they? No way!
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
So this time, things worked out. If you reach a dead end in the story, then the game simply goes eh, and it doesn't do anything until you hit the rewind function. Unlike Prince of Persia, there's no limit on your rewind ability, so you can just do it whenever you like.
And then saved her. What the fuck is going on? Do not freak out.
It's a little late for that, don't you think? So yeah, this is basically...
That means you should be outside.
I had to use the bathroom.
Get out of the way, dickhead.
Excuse for what?
For whatever you're up to, your face is covered in guilt.
The alarm tripped me out.
Then trip on out of here, missy. Or are you hiding something? Huh?
You know, I could just be irritated by your face.
No emergency here. Leave Miss Caulfield alone, and please turn off that alarm since that's your job.
Please. Piss off. So as I was going to say, this is basically a walking simulator, and some people won't like that aspect of this game, too much walking around. But it kind of depends whether you like walking simulators or not. I don't mind them, I quite like Gone Home.
A little stressed out.
And Gone Home took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to play through, from start to finish. This chapter is about 2 hours long. So it's kind of like every other game ever where there are narrative or branching decisions, except this game allows you to see the immediate short-term
Prescott, please come to the front office. Thank you.
And that would be one of the short-term consequences right there. Oh, and guess who's at the entrance to the dormitories? And of course I can't get past her. Yeah, not without interacting with her.
There's Victoria and her mean girls.
Yep, of course, more teenage angst.
It's Max Caulfield, the selfie hoe of Blackwell. Now, why don't you go fuck your selfie?
Oh yes, Victoria. I'll get your bony ass out of my way.
Oh yes, you just irritated someone who can bend time, so yeah, not the best of ideas. Especially when there's a set of water sprinklers nearby. Idea.
Okay, now where exactly is the sprinkler valve?
It'll be at one end or the other. I unfortunately walked the wrong way. I'm quite surprised that no one tried to stop me from going on in here, because normally games like this put about 3 or 4 barriers in your path. Ooh, paint.
This main sprinkler valve looks easy enough to use.
And at this point I got a little bit confused because it wouldn't let me operate the sprinkler valve. And I wasn't quite sure why.
No.
Can't do anything with that or him. No point talking to them again.
I could crank the sprinkler up and give Victoria and her clones incentive to beat it.
Yes, you could, but except the game doesn't want me to press the button.
This main sprinkler valve looks easy enough to use. Think, Max. Rewind and find something.
Right, so at this point, because the game's obviously recognised that I'm stuck, so it's told me what to do. Rewind and try again. So now I can see what to do. At this point, it is now obvious what I actually have to do to make everything happen. So, we tamper with the bucket so that it'll fall off when
Okay,
the...
let's see if this works.
Yep, so it'll fall off when the janitor or whoever he is puts it up there. Then we operate the water pump to make Victoria and company move under the bucket.
Look at this.
Chill, Victoria. It's just water.
Yeah, water on my cashmere. Do you know how much this fucking outfit costs?
You look...
Yeah, we don't care, Victoria. Blah, 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 blah. And now the game itself takes over because everything's set up. And now it's time for the funny bit. I'm definitely getting a Carrie vibe off of this. I think it is Carrie, isn't it?
No way! No
Bullseye!
You okay, Victoria?
Oh, Samuel is sorry. Wet paint is not good for hair, nope. Sorry.
Get the hell away from me, weirdo!
I'm very surprised that Chloe didn't react to that photo. I half expected her to, but that's another photo to go in the journal. Speaking of which, yeah, out of a grand total of, 10 photos I could have taken, I've got 3. At the end of chapter 1, I've got 3 of 10, so... It does actually, in all fairness, show you what photos can be done, so it's not that hard to find them all, I should imagine, if you try. I just didn't try that hard.
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. I miss her, Max.
Well, hopefully we'll find her over the course of these 5 chapters.
This shit pit has taken away everyone I've ever loved. I'd like to drop a bomb on Arcadia Bay and turn it to fucking glass.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Because Max is about to trip out again.
Oh no! Not again! October 11th? Is this Friday? That's only 4 days away!
And what a coincidence, there's 4 more chapters to this game.
Oh no.
The tornado is headed straight for the town.
Chloe!
Loving the music in the background. Very good music choice.
Oh man, this sucks.
Max, what's going on? You totally blacked out.
I didn't black out. I had another vision. The town is going to get wiped out by a tornado.
What the hell is this?
Snowflakes?
It's like 80 degrees. How?
Climate change. Or a storm is coming.
Max, start from the beginning. Tell me everything.
So, there we have it. Episode 1 Chrysalis of Life is Strange. So, as I said before, 2 hours to roughly to get through it. I didn't even do absolutely everything, so the whole game, all 5 chapters, is probably going to be around the 10-11 hour mark. Probably, but I haven't played those other chapters yet, so I don't know. So, walking simulator, but with time rewind power. So, if you don't like walking simulators, if you don't like a lot of character-driven storyline, then I suggest you stay well away from this one. But if you do like that kind of thing, maybe check it out. Chapter 1, as I say, is free from the PlayStation Store. Chapters 2, 3, 4 and 5 is £14. That's the season pass. Basic visuals, but I like the style. Everything else about the game is superb. The characters, the writing, the story, the music. Yeah, loving it. I'll definitely get round to playing chapters 2, 3, 4 and 5 at some point. So yeah, that was Life is Strange. See you next time.
Through the blizzard, through the blizzard.